Welcome back to SourceFed, I'm Steve Zaragoza. The Super Bowl is coming, damn it! Are you ready? You got your chips and dimps? Now, whether you're excited or not, the Super Bowl is a massively popular event that is happening and has happened for a very long time. How long, you ask? Well, the very first Super Bowl took place on January 15th, 1967, and if you want to see that game, you're shit out of luck, because no actual copies of that game exist. But what you're about to hear, you may find shocking. It does exist. And it belongs to one man who wants to sell the shit out of it. But the NFL ain't buying. The man? Troy Haupt. Troy Haupt. A 47-year-old nurse anesthetist who resided in North Carolina's Outer Banks. And for a very long time, this man's identity was unknown, mostly because his lawyers were keeping his identity a secret due to the sensitivity of the NFL's precious brand and even more precious Super Bowl series. But why does this man own the only remaining copy of the first ever Super Bowl? Because back then, CBS and NBC, which televised the game, didn't preserve their tapes. Most likely, they threw them into the garbage. So shouldn't the NFL jump at the chance to own this piece of football and American history? Yes, but instead they don't want it, and they don't want Troy to do anything with it. Like, as in legally, they've asked that he not distribute the tape in any way, or they'll get him. But what's the actual problem here? Well, Haupt wants a ton of cash for his treasure, and the NFL doesn't want to give him the amount he's asking, which is reportedly around $1 million. So how does Haupt even have this precious artifact? Well, his dad recorded it back when video cassette recorders weren't a huge thing, but were about to be. Haupt's dad had access to a VCR and recorded the dang thing straight off the television. And when he passed away, he left the tapes to his family in the hopes that one day it would pay for his kid to go to college. But Haupt, who was just a little boy, and his mother thought nothing of it at the time, and it lived in the attic for decades, where it was exposed to heat and cold, dust, and deterioration. But after a call from a childhood friend of Haupt's who read an article in a Sports Illustrated magazine which described the tape of Super Bowl I as a lost treasure that would be worth at least $1 million, maybe that's where that number came from, Haupt decided to check the attic where his mother had told him the tapes lived, and sure enough found the golden relic. Upon viewing the tapes, though, it's noticeable that there's a lot of wear and tear. Colors fade in and out, the picture is grainy, skips, and because Troy's dad decided to start and stop the recording during commercial breaks, I get what you were trying to do, there's tiny bits of missing footage from when the game came back from commercial. The tape also doesn't feature halftime and about half of the third quarter, but it's still viewable and showcases a well-preserved sensibility of the 1960s. But the NFL will not pay, and in an answer to the fact that they'd still want something like it, they re-released a reconstruction of Super Bowl I last year, recreated by using the archives of NFL films. But it's nowhere near as complete as Haupt's tapes. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, the law favors the NFL here, and no one is budging on their deals. But the NFL has known about the tape for years and hasn't done anything about it. Isn't it just time that they figure this shit out and release it? I think so, and I'm not even a football fan. But the league and Troy Haupt can't figure their shit out. So for now, fans of that piece of history will just have to settle for images and small pieces of footage. Or perhaps you'll have to settle for listening to an old man in a bar talk about it, but he's too drunk to remember a lot of it, and he's weird and smells bad. So, thoughts on holding back pieces of history because money and other dumb reasons? Let us know in the comments down below. I'm Steve Zaragoza. Thank you for watching. I was gonna write a series of animated films about skeletons.
Like, Send Him Over the Edge was KK.
Yeah, he thought it was Kim Kardashian, right?